Post-traumatic stress is a reaction to an event or a series of events that are traumatic. Hi, my name is Brian Mancini. I'm Sergeant First Class, retired United States Army, almost 13 years in. Got 2 Purple Hearts, did 2 tours in combat in Baghdad, Iraq. The last tour being a very memorable one. It was when I got hit July 23rd of 2007 during the surge. Pretty much changed my life, and it's been an amazing journey.
We were able to add something to Dr. Pearl's research that he rarely sees, a description of the blast that wounded one of his deceased subjects.
Most of my forehead was blasted out. I had a basal skull fracture, along with some fractured vertebrae in my back and some burns and shrapnel. When I was doing the assessment of my injuries, I remember laying down and opening my mouth as wide as possible and reaching in and scraping the debris that had been knocked loose and the blood from my airway so I could breathe. And shortly after that, I lost consciousness.
It's just stunning to see this. It's not something I normally get to experience. I mean, that he survived this injury is just remarkable, much less what happened afterwards.
I had to find places and things and resources that provided that inner peace and that help that I needed from just taking a pill, besides from just taking a pill. And I came up with this idea of an honor house and teaching guys different ways to transition mentally, physically, to school, to jobs, providing a safe house, a transition house. I want to help them, aid them through the process of the VA and use it as a hub and as a building block point where they transition into school or a job, help them with letting them know with what local nonprofits are in the community to help provide them with the resources that they're going to need. And go out and do these endeavors together and get that peace that we need without having to take a pill. I think it's important for people to realize that combat affects more than just the person that goes off and comes home. It absolutely has a trickle-down effect into every component of your family dynamic, and it absolutely did with me. And those are a lot of things that people don't see, that the family has to learn how to deal with this new person coming back and the pain that they're experiencing. And a lot of times when the individual is experiencing post-traumatic stress, it's so traumatic to everybody around them that their family members are experiencing active traumatic stress. They're being impacted in such a traumatic way from the post-traumatic stress that the individual that they love is having, that is creating a traumatization on them.
Hi, I'm John Hutzel. I served in the U.S. Army for 10 years and as a police officer for 7 years. I'm also an Honor House and Yahweh Yoga alumni. So I served in the U.S. Army from 1993 until 2003. And when I came back to the States and I was hired as a police officer for the city of Clarksville in Tennessee, where I served there for 3 years. And then I moved to Colorado, where I served as a police officer again for 4 years in the city of Aurora. Something happened to me. I didn't know what was happening then, but it was bad. During this time, I didn't even want to leave my house for like a couple of years. I was drunk most of the time. I just didn't want to see, feel, or hear anything. I just, didn't care about the world. And from there, I met the Honor House people, went through their program, Operation Healing Journey. And during that time, I met Yahweh Yoga. And I mean, the amount of healing that you do through Honor House and then through the yoga is, I don't know, it's hard to put into words. It's exponential. It's fast. What you'll get out of it is you'll be able to sleep again, which was a big thing for me. And if you need help, you need help. And that's something else that veterans are not good at. We're trained to make mission, do whatever it takes. You're not trained to go and seek out help. That's not what you're supposed to do. And when you do, you go to the VA. They're supposed to help you. And they do the best they can, but they can only do so much. And Honor House and Yahweh Yoga can do so much for you if you just give them a chance.